Oh, yes. I have it set up properly this time. That's nice. All right. Well, I don't have a spooky intro or anything. I should have done that. Should have done that, but I had to, that would be thinking ahead tremendously. And as always, I apologize for the commercials because YouTube likes those a lot now. I get to tell you guys how much money I made off advertisement. Don't worry, I'll tell. People are here. People are here. People were here at 7, which is when I would normally go live, but it was leg day, and we don't skip leg day. But first, blah. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. What a witch. I got this at the fitness center? I never know what to call it. The gym, we'll say. It's not really a gym, though. It's just a small little place. People are here. Let's get that out of the way first. Which button do we push? There it is. Zenboot, hello. Kathy Huey, hello. Ellie Chambers, hello. The Sugar Kitty, hello. Thank you everyone for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it is greatly appreciated. You could be anywhere doing anything, and yet you're kind enough to come here and spend time with me, puttering around the internet and being a bit of nonsense. So thank you. Vertex Pharma, nice. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like having like pills being pushed in my direction. Oh, there you go. Pet toys are nice. Why not? People spend thousands and hundreds of millions on their pets. All they have to do is see advertisement for it. Oh, I am... leg day is no joke. I'm a bit drained. I haven't eaten any dinner, as in, you know, of course I haven't. I don't even know what I'm going to make for dinner. I haven't gotten that. My brain isn't there yet. It's in there, but it's not... There's no solution to that problem yet. Yes, Sugar Kitty, we dress up it with weaklings, and then we show up, and then we get super buff. And then we leave as legends, just like... Except for our legs, because we did leg day. I lifted many... Oh, is it? I did. It is on. My scary voice was on, thank you. I tend to forget that happens. I think I was streaming yesterday for like 2 minutes. 20 minutes. On the Twitch. Thank you for catching that. I would not have noticed. I don't hear it, so I don't know. Hydration is key, everyone. It's actually not much deeper than my normal voice. Oh, one thing I want to try to do, and you guys tell me if it's different, but I saw something on the internet, and it talked about anxiety, which I have a bit of, and how because there's like that tightness and that kind of from being an anxious individual, that my throat and my vocal cords especially are tense. So, going forward, and as best I can, I'm going to try to keep my vocal cords relaxed and try not to stress. And maybe I won't sound as high-pitched or higher pitch. Right now my voice is tired. That doesn't help. What is everyone drinking tonight? You need to tell me. See, I already felt it. What is everyone else drinking tonight? I need to know. I did pick something, and it is appropriate, and it's scary. You'll have to figure out why it's scary. I'm just going to tell you, but the whiskey of the evening, the celebratory, it's a holiday whiskey of the evening, is, of course, KillCo 12 year. And the scary part is how little I have left. And I know it's hard to get this now. Special thanks to Jimmy Jazz, who donated the bottle to the channel. This is a lovely little treat for me. I haven't had it in a minute. And I know I enjoy it. Oops. Try to free pour. It's tricky. I do have to record a video still. That's on the menu. I have to do a couple of videos actually. I realized that today. Since I haven't done a new video for is it expensive now? Ugh. Well, I haven't seen it, but I haven't looked for it. So if anyone sees it for a reasonable price, let me know. We have another treat after the whiskey. Maybe not even tonight, honestly. I picked up this from down the hallway. It is a ring pop, and it is blue raspberry. So it'll be the second strange thing I have in my hand tonight. And again, that was given to me earlier this evening after we did leg day. So thank you all for being here once more. Cheers. Oh. Talisker Storm. There you go. I have a story about Talisker Storm. Jay Morgan, hello. James Morgan. That's you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here as always. It is greatly appreciated. Don't push it twice. That was an accident. Oh my. Silver Springs CS Rye. There you go. Caribbean Cruise. Hello? I don't know if I could handle a cruise. It's on the menu. It's on the, if you'd like to see Brian experience new things. That's a whole bunch of horrible things in my mind into one. I like the concept. I like the idea going on a cruise, enjoying being in the middle of the ocean where you could get stranded. And if there's food poisoning, everyone gets sick and it's horrible. But it's supposed to be really nice. People pay a lot for cruises. If I did a cruise, it would very likely be the opposite of Caribbean. It would be one of those cruises where you go see the Northern Lights. Something along those lines. Because that sounds more pleasant to me than being in the heat. In the middle of the ocean. I mean... Ah. Oh man, ow. Lands hard. Whoa. Who hasn't been drinking whiskey? I'll be drinking more whiskey tomorrow. A little bit. There is a event going on at Irene Tan's store. KillHoman. Or as I like to call it, KillChoman. KillChoman. That. Just like that. We're gonna try a bunch of those there. That'll be nice. I don't know if I've had KillHoman. I think I it's one that I believe I might have tried along the way, like just randomly. But it's never one I had a bottle of. At least that I can remember. That does sound pretty nice, Enbood. I like the idea. The problem with any kind of Caribbean or warm weather area situation is I don't like to sweat and I don't like being in the sun. I used to like going into the pool. And then I hit puberty. and my feelings about my physical appearance got pretty bad. Once I have that 6-pack, maybe I'll do it. As soon as I get the 6-pack. We're working on it. It's my newest water container. It's a bit strange, but it is a Whiskey Tribe. It feels good. It feels like a, I don't know what it is, but something about the shape of it I like. It's just something to hold. I can't explain it. Get a keg. Oh boy. I think I'm moving away from having a keg. That'd be bad. Reminder, there's a link down below for the GoFundMe that is officially kicking off tomorrow for the month of November. It has already begun. We've already hit a pretty big dent in it, almost to the halfway mark of the end goal. The end goal being $4,000 to raise to help Mom and Papa KillCo out. Just today, not today, yesterday, we had to deal with a car bill. We had to replace, I should say, the rear brakes, and part of the brakes was not working, so they had to get new parts for that, and it was over $700. So already the GoFundMe is helping out a lot. Oh man, yeah, it sounds pretty awful. It just takes one little thing, you know. People go feral, you know. In certain situations, people lose their minds and decide that they abandon reason and rationale. At least that's my pessimistic view of it. I'm also someone who likes to be kept to themselves. There's a couple of things I'd like to do. Like a cruise sounds nice as long as it was short, and as long as I could like had a nice room. Like I would stay there. I would enjoy a cruise if I could just like look out the port, you know, have a window, that kind of thing. That'd be nice. And a train ride. Like if I visit my friend again, if and or when, having the option to take a train, which would take just as long, but I could have one of those little rooms. As long as I have my own bathroom, I'm fine. It's the, although I have gone through the rigorous process of working into the idea of I can use a restroom that's a public restroom and it's fine due to my cross-country trip, I still don't want to. If I have the option to be on a train ride and have a restroom of my own and a bed of sorts, yeah, windows cost real money. I'd break, the joys of being monetized, huh? The fourth person in line at the infirmary. Oof. Well, at any rate, they knew it was coming. They were ahead of the game. James Morning, I was just talking about the idea of going on a cruise or a train ride and how I would approach that and how I would like it. It's the thing is, due to my, and this is something I've thought about a lot over time, is that whatever would help me to deal with deal with certain situations, it looks like privilege. So I say for certain, I would feel better about being on a train ride if I had my own little space. So just a place that had a bed and its own bathroom. That's it. Especially if I'm going to be on a train for a week. But the money, big money. And two, that's like top tier kind of thing. Same with flying. If I had to fly overseas to go to a different country, I would want to have as private a situation as I can. I've never been on like a continental plane ride, but I know there are ones where you can have your own little space and lean back, go to sleep, no one else next to you. That sort of thing. That would be nice. I'm sure that costs thousands of dollars. And it looks like privilege. But no, I would just feel ideally okay with that situation. Any other situation, I would not know, I wouldn't be doing okay. I really wouldn't. Even regular plane rides, it's still a lot. And I have the privilege of asking for pre-boarding because it is such a huge weight off my mind and takes off a huge amount of stress to just get through that tube without being without being in a huge crowd of people who are just slowly, anxiously, and angrily getting onto a plane. Huge. When I found out that was an option and it's no questions asked, awesome. It made it so I could travel more easily. That's what happened. But that's what's a little upsetting. It always seems like I'm trying to do these big, grandiose things for travel in the future that cost lots of money. But really the reason I want to do it that way is because it would be the way I could do it without tweaking out, basically. And of course, I can always say that I did my best with the travel I did, traveling across the country and sleeping in my car. Very cost efficient. Staying at truck stops, sleeping in your car. Awesome. Not the best sleep of your life, but it's doable. The problem is you start spending money at the truck stop. Getting coffee in the morning is like $5. Ugh. And there is going to be an upgrade for when I go camping next year, in all likelihood next year. I will get a cot. So I can get a little cot that I can open up and it'll fit in the tent. So I don't actually have to sleep on the ground. Wow. The fact that I didn't realize this until after my huge trip makes me feel silly. Beaver Sticks, hello. Welcome. That's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it is greatly appreciated. Welcome. Oh, and I hope everyone, I made sure to talk about it a little bit and make a couple of videos about it, shorts, saying, you know, I am in the category of people that is very concerned about SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, not happening next month, because that's how I get my groceries every month. One of you has already helped. You know who you are. Thank you. Sending money my way so I can buy groceries. That's the reality. Sleeping there free. Yeah. Truck stops. And it's like, it's very, I don't know what it's like in other countries for that sort of thing. I know trucks go all over the world, but I learned a whole different side of the country. One, from traveling across the whole country and seeing so much, but also just that it's a norm. Like, people will travel in their cars, travel in their RVs, literally just stop at a truck stop and sleep there for a night. The music got tense. And that's fine. That's like an okay, normal thing. I wish I'd known that earlier. And it's certainly been nice to have. Now I have this kind of broader, I can do that. I can do the cross-country stuff. I can travel to any place in this country if I want to do it. It's not easy to do. It's not cheap to do, even with the no hotels. Other than the one hotel I stayed in when I was traveling across to get a shower in. And I didn't even sleep that well. I did see that. It's all about lawsuits now, everyone. You want to get your way in this country? Have a good lawyer. Ugh. Or just don't be poor. I guess that's the other one. That seems to be the feeling. No, John McGowan, I never paid a cent. I just found a parking spot kind of out of the way. There were a bunch of RVs there. There was trucks galore, like in their specific truck area. So they slept there overnight. Never paid a cent. Paid for the coffee in the morning and possibly the eggs or something else. But as far as I never paid once, which was great. Not the best sleeping conditions. There are certain things I would have liked to do differently, like brushing my teeth became such a nuisance. I could bring my toothbrush stuff into the truck stop and use the sink in there, but that place is gross. Even if they clean it very well, public restrooms tweak me out. I hate them. It took me a very, very, very long time to get accustomed to even going into them. In restaurants too. I would always have to I'd have to go to a restaurant, check the restroom out, and then see if I'd be okay with that. Not in a like stake it out type of way, but there would always be the concern that I would have to use the restroom at a restaurant. Usually I wouldn't do it I just wouldn't. But I've slowly gotten accustomed to like, okay, I can use the restroom before I leave and then I can go home. It's fine. So truck stops especially have been interesting. I can go visit people. I can go visit other channels. I have that capability to a degree. Mainly, I'm thinking the New Englandish area, and I feel like Kentucky and Kentucky and Ohio are kind of where it stops. So we're talking a circle. I feel like I wouldn't go very far south. I can certainly go visit my friend on the other side of the country if I want to. It's just a lot. Like I'm not going to recover from that trip for a while, on top of everything else. Too many things have happened, everyone. Too many things have happened. That's why I can't do Psalm level 3 yet, because that costs $2,000, and that only is for the class. $2,000 for the class, and then we talk about car, and then we talk about travel, like probably air travel. I could drive there. It's just a pain. It would take me the better part of a week. And that's 8 hours of driving every day, which isn't fun. Oh, it hurts. It's a big concern here. The whiskey hurts. At the very least, I've let all you know, like if you ever want to travel the country in your vehicle, or if you rent an RV or something, that is also another possibility. If I did visit my friend, I could rent an RV. I don't know how much that costs, but it's a thought. It's in there. I like the idea, and I will admit, part of the whole scheme of doing this, traveling and visiting my friend, seeing the country, there was a time early on in 2019 where, because of my financial sloppiness and my mental illness kind of being off the cuff, I was very seriously looking into the concept of getting an RV and living in that, because I was afraid I was going to get kicked out of my apartment. And clearly that has not happened. But it seemed very real to me at the time, so I went to the extent of even picking out the type of RV I would likely get. Not enough room for bottles, by the way, but I didn't have this many bottles before. That was 5 years ago. Well, 6 technically. It was right around the time I started the channel. So I'm glad it went this way instead of the other way. Yeah, I'm aware. It would very likely default me to the tent, because my tent's fairly comfortable. Like the whole, like with a cot, whoa, beautiful. It's just as you get older, it's not a big tent, so you have to crouch all the way down to get into the tent. And while I have no difficulty doing so, part of me is like, why? Get a bigger tent. You don't have to crouch down. I'm like, it's for 2 people. This is fine. I don't need another tent. The tent I have is great for spring, summer, autumn, but not winter. No winter camping for me. I could go camping in the winter, but I'm not gonna. I don't have a tent for it, and I don't have a sleeping bag for it. And I don't want to. It's cold. Cold outside is a whole different feeling when you're outside the whole time. So when you're in the environment indefinitely, cold is not your friend, nor is heat. For me, at least, we had some very crisp and chilly mornings. But there you go. There's my little rant about how my mental health is impacted and how the things I want to do are so out of reach just financially because of what they are. Scary, isn't it? It's so nice. Ooh. Still spicy. It makes me think of a toasted marshmallow. Like you got a little blackened, a little charred up. It's so sweet. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know how I am with driving. I just do it. That's amazing. That's my thing, and I have a method. So going 2-hour jumps, give or take. So I would drive for 2 hours, stop at a rest stop, stretch my legs, maybe have a snack, something. Drive 2 hours, another rest stop, drive 2 hours, another rest stop, drive 2 hours. So that's 8 hours. Five hours a day before a problem. Yep. Everyone has their cap. I know 8 hours is a lot for me, but I can do it. 6 hours is where I'm more happy to do that. Marshmallow Char's life. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I did do 10, and I think I did 12 at one point. I know that that last jump from Kentucky to Rhode Island. Whew. That was a busy day, and I got home like 5 minutes before midnight. Went immediately to bed. Felt very weird getting back. I never did kind of document the whole experience of like, I am back. But I know it was very shaky at the end, so I got into bed. I could feel myself just like the adrenaline just kind of wore off finally. The feeling of being in my own space and being in my own bed is choice. Nice. Carpooling, like that. That'll be good. Yeah, for me that's a little over an hour, and that'll be fine. So if you're in the area, everyone, if you want to go to Irene's store tomorrow is the time to do it. Zenbood, your Scotch sampler pack is ready to roll, and of course you have a sample of this in there too. It's the one that's not marked. Boy, do I like whiskey. I just wish it didn't damage your liver so bad. Or, hey, new item. We're going to use that. I think that works just great with this one. Reminder, if you have Bongo Cat, you too can join the live stream. I haven't quite figured out how to do that, but I know it's an option. There we go. It's perfect. Yeah, I'm definitely surprised at where I'm at, like how things have turned out over the past 6 years, especially the past 3 with like the GoFundMe being so successful every time. And again, if anyone knows anyone who'd want to donate a bottle, other channels or yourselves, or donate something to the fundraiser, please get in touch. KillCo WhiskeyMusings@gmail.com. I am going to be doing a lot of sample packs. I just got the supplies I need to do them all. Hopefully I don't have to buy more caps, but I might. We'll see. Since I'm doing a whole bunch, I'm doing at least... I think last year I did 7. So there are 7 prizes on top of one that I'm going to get tomorrow that Irene is donating to the channel. I don't know what it is yet. So we'll see. And I'm still trying to get in touch with Whiskey Mountains, Adriana. But you see, she has a real life, so. I don't even know what to call this Doge Cat. It's blocking the text. I'm gonna have to put you in a different spot. Bongo Cat. There we go. And now, Bongo Cat gets covered up. Magic. Ugh. Did anyone do anything for Halloween? That's another question. I imagine most of us here are not really big Halloween people. This is the first Halloween where I haven't gotten a costume or done anything specifically Halloween-like. Other than finding this down the hallway in a bowl with other candy in it. Clearly it was left there by someone. And I went, I'm going to take this. This is the one treat I'm giving myself. I have had nothing else. Wait, no. I have a caramel latte waiting for me for tomorrow morning that I purchased this afternoon before my class started. So that is going to be a delightful. And that gives me one less thing I have to try to do before I go zip over to Irene's. When does it start? Is it 1? I feel like it is. 1 o'clock. And all's well. I'm not relaxing my throat again. Jesus. It gets very tight right here. So I have to try to stay relaxed. To keep my what is technically my normal voice. I don't know if it sounds a huge amount different, but you can tell me. Do tell. I imagine it just makes my voice sound deeper. Could start about 4:30, stop at 7:30. There you go. Yeah, I have no idea what happened out there. I saw some small children in costumes, and that was it. They were just like entering the building with their parents, so I don't know. I do not know anything about it. No one's knocked at my door. I saw maybe a few children and young, like maybe teenagers outside as I was driving back. That's it. We will still have to finish up the scary game, of course. That is disturbing. But the problem with the game for me is it's not scary because I already have that tension of anxiety all the time. So I'm always expecting something bad to happen, but I can definitely be startled. 6 bags of candy later, damn. Name is Morgan. Irene is doing a tasting of Kilchoman bottles tomorrow. Let me double check the time. Where's my calendar? There it is. Looks like it's going to be at 1 o'clock. So that'll be nice. She has it on her webpage. So I can give you the official words. I don't think you're in the area, though. Maybe you are. I forget. I don't know where people are. I've tried very hard not to try to tell myself where people are. And if I know where you are, I will forget. Always. It's taken me a long time to remember anything. Events. Here we go. You can RSVP, but that's not really necessary. An exclusive Kilchoman whiskey tasting featuring 5 incredible whiskeys straight from Scotland, Isle of Islay. Kilchoman is Isla's only single farm, single malt Scotch whiskey, meaning... Irene, the thing ... dotted. Why is that? Grown, malted, distilled, matured, and bottled, all on site at the distillery. Yes. You won't be anywhere close. I didn't think so. I had a feeling. But yeah, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, apparently. I'm usually there longer than the event, but that's because I'm Whiskey Som. No, I'm the Chambers, not this time. I didn't want to try to juggle anything tonight. There will be another one. Again, we have to admit that doing the verticals helped get us past 1,000. Because it's been a long time trying to get to 1,000. In fact, it's been a year, and we got 100. So that's nice. That's a good plus. Oof. I looked up last year's stream where I was just playing a game. I was playing the, I don't even think I finished that game, but Poppy's Playhouse, that scary, disturbing little game. I should try to finish that, but it just wouldn't work. You're corn fused? Me too. Dr. Pass Whiskey, hello. That's you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here as always. It is greatly appreciated. Whoa, didn't me do that. Oh, my brains. That is my weekend, basically. I'm going to go to Irene's and have very likely food and whiskey, and then I'm going to come back. That's usually the easiest thing for me to do. And what used to feel like a big old ride is going to be like nothing. Just going to zip over there and zip back. What's an hour? What's an hour driving? That's nothing. Literally, it isn't. It's nothing to me now. It's wild. Guys, have to tell me what's in your glass tonight, by the way. Whatever it is. Water, orange juice. You could be drinking chicken broth. I don't know. So go ahead. And what's good is my reset starts tomorrow. So I'm going to be back on the general broadness to keep in mind, to keep fresh, for everyone to know, keep track of, along with me. The general is 3 ounces a month or less. The real thing I'm trying to do is stay close to 1.5 ounces, which in essence is 1 alcoholic beverage. But with whiskey, at least you can clump it up. So I can have 3 different whiskeys, which is half an ounce each. That's mainly what I'm going for. Less is more. It is nice. It's completely all a coincidence, all a huge coincidence. Yeah, it takes something out there to have me find a whiskey channel on YouTube, and then the whiskey channel itself shows up in Rhode Island. And then I meet Rex and Daniel, and Irene and Cliff, and Kelly and John at her event, all at the same time. Kelly and John have a distillery. Irene has her store, which she opened when I first met her there. She opened the store. And then... Oh, thank you, Dr. Best Whiskey. Yeah.
Just wanted to try this out. Congratulations.
Did I say that out loud? I usually do. I don't mean to. Thank you. Getting as closer to the secondary goal this month. As all of you may know, there is a goal that we try to hit with Super Chats, and that is the $100 because the payout is $100. Otherwise, nothing happens, which is bad. Very bad. And then I just bump that up to the next level. We're actually past that, I will admit. But because Patrick Greeny donated $100 before the stream started, it doesn't show up. So that is only for when the stream is happening does it register. So we're past the goal, but more is always better because things are getting weird. Drink pickle juice? How dare you? Do. That is the origin of the channel, really. Meeting with Irene and everyone else who is in the area. Ended up meeting Zenbood, who's in the area. Other whiskey somms popping up left and right. Doing the event, the Roger Williams Park Zoo, which is in Rhode Island. Irene does that to raise funds. Cracking advert. Do I have any rum on these shelves? I do not. I do not rum very well, and I haven't tried, so I'm not gonna. I've tried Kraken. I wouldn't recommend it. So that was a very long time ago, but often with cheaper rum, like a quote unquote affordable rum, I get this weird, I usually say aluminum metallic-ish thing that just sits in there and I can't do it. I don't like it. But I have had some rums that I've sipped on that I did enjoy. I don't remember what they are, but there is something I can do that I've thought about doing for a few of us in the area. It's just hard to manage because of schedules for everyone, and the place that we would go is closed. Closed for now. It is a spring summer establishment, and they have a small but nice selection of whiskeys, or sorry, of rum. So you can get a rum flight there, and I did that once on someone else's recommendation of what I should try, and I enjoyed them. The rum is not on my shelf. Gin isn't really on my shelf. There's like a couple of them just by happenstance. There is tequila somewhere, or maybe not. I probably got rid of that. There's a vodka, Silly Goose vodka, which has remained unopened all these years. Am I ever going to use it? I don't think so. I'll just leave it. I bought it for the label. And technically speaking, I bought it for people who didn't want to drink whiskey. If they ever visited. And since I don't have people visit, that seemed like a very silly thing for me to do. But at least I was thinking ahead. Well, I keep thinking I'm going to have a space where people can visit and drink whiskey with me, but I'm a way too private person. I don't want anyone else coming in here. And I don't have the ability to even host. I have no table. It's just this desk. That's it. I have a couch and I have a table that is very low for said couch. That's it. There is no other table. There are no other chairs. Well, there are a couple chairs, but they're not meant for in here. So I have to do raffles and such. I have to change this. Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month is coming up, and that is part of the reason we're doing this fundraiser. Again, the GoFundMe link is down below if you want to share that. I'll be sharing it everywhere soon. I have done the soft release. We have gotten pretty far. As I mentioned earlier, we've already gotten over $1,000, which is amazing. But the end goal is $4,000, which is the same it's been for the past... This last year it was 4,000. I think the year before it was 2? Or you guys pushed it to 4,000. I believe I went to 2,000. So eventually it just got to 4,000. I've stopped there. That is a huge amount and helps tremendously. Yeah, we're at $1,295. So a good portion of that just went to those car repairs. And I will be doing a lot to promote that coming up this month or next month. It's going to be a little scary because I'm going to have to share it on all platforms. So that means doing a vertical on YouTube, doing something for TikTok, doing something for Instagram. It's going to be a lot. Yeah, those guys are nuts. You know you are. I'm thinking about food. I don't know what I'm going to eat. It's unfortunate that I can't like nitpick advertisement because I don't want to promote Kraken. We're a whiskey channel and I've had Kraken and I had it years ago. You can look at the video and you will see me say that there's this weird metallic thing that I don't like. And it always seems to show up for affordable rum. There's so many better rums out there now. The music that was earlier. It's so nice. So nice. I'm gonna be sad when this bottle's gone. I really am. Look at it. There's still plenty in there. Let's be real. But when you look at this, like I might have to transplant this, come to think of it. I don't think it's at that level yet, but it's close. And I do have at least one larger vial, I want to call it that, bottle. I show you. Don't go anywhere. See if I can find it without hurting myself. Okay, where are you? Ah, there it is. This is too small. I think I have a bigger one. I know I have a bigger one somewhere. But that's a pretty good one, right? I know it's not big enough, but you get the idea. I would need 2 or 3 of these, honestly. But I'm pretty sure I have another one that's very large. But I didn't see it. So I grabbed this one. We'll see. I do feel the need to transplant that since it's 75% empty. Maybe 65. All right. Yeah. That should be on like that. That's a little water dropper thing was sidewise. That's no good. My voice feels very tired today. I didn't do anything, did I? It's Friday. There's the fact that I didn't talk to anyone. Now my voice is like, what are you doing? You're exhausting me. Like, I know. It's fine. Oop. Hearing a weird sound. I don't know what that was. Oh, goodness. What's going on next week? What's everyone doing next month? Does November have any, like, particulars for you like it does for me? Mine is for obvious reasons, because, like I said, big fundraiser. Lots of prizes. There is... Yeah, next week, on the 8th, there is a note on my calendar that says Crowded Barrel 2019 Whiskey Tasting. So that was one of the first times I went to hang out at Crowded Barrel. And more importantly, it was the first time I went to the Whiskey Vault. I had a private tasting. I drank many nice whiskeys. I still haven't gotten a, it was a very fancy bottle with a strange name. I feel like it was from India. And I'm pretty sure I have one of the versions. Where is it? Kabbalan. I believe I had a soloist, if I remember correctly. So expensive little bottle, and that was the last thing I got to try. There you go. I remember you told me that. That's epic. Trying to remember something. Let's see here. Let's do some math, everyone. Yay. Papa KillCo is going to be 79. Pushing 80. Kabbal's Taiwan. Okay. I knew it was a world whiskey. I could not remember which one. India did feel weird. I was like, India? And I was like, no, it's Kavalan. That's right. But yeah, Papa KillCo's pushing 79. Looking to get to 80. Yeah, with all the help and everything else. As long as things keep progressing in a positive way, as they have been, we'll see it. What was I thinking about there? That'll be fun. Here's another note for the Clavey lineage, is that the male side of that, on both sides, like on my mother's side with the male lineage and my father's side with the male lineage, they didn't make it very far. Some of them got to like 60 something and then conked out. That feels great. But since Papa KillCo is 79, looking to get to 80, that gives me hope. Someday, I'll be that old too. Ooh, be rough. That's why we try to get in good shape now, everyone. We got to push 35 more years at least. And I'll still be doing this. I hope to, man. There's an underlying theme to my channel, which I think most of you are aware of, is that it's a documentation of my life. Granted, it's something that could pop out of existence if YouTube just shits itself. But I am very pleased that I'm able to look back over the past, how many years has it been? 2016, 17, 18? 2016. I believe is when I first started doing whiskey advent calendars. So there's at least that much. Yeah, it's like 9 years of my life that has been very, very... There's been a lot of change during those 9 years. One, the channel changing itself and becoming what it is now. And then, of course, myself personally, my not struggles, my living with mental health issues and slowly getting through those and having improvements and setbacks and feeling good and feeling bad. It's a constant push and pull. Right now, feeling pretty good. In good physical health, accomplished a big life goal, traveling the country on the road. Getting back, having a little more confidence after such a thing, because that's probably something automatic that happens. Like, people say it's a life-changing journey, and like, well, I can definitely say I did it, and a lot of people have never done that and never will, which is kind of sad. So those are the big ones. Camping, that's been the big thing. Not drinking alcohol for a year, that's a big one. Liver issues, that's great. It's good to slow down, though. That's what I've looked at it. It doesn't look like having a beer on stream tonight. I think that's what I said for the goal. I don't remember. But either way, I need to eat some food. That's my main thought in my head right now is food. What are you going to eat, Brian? I don't know. Something good. Probably. And once again, if you want to help in some other way, one, again, I encourage most of all the GoFundMe, the big prizes, but also if you want to help me with groceries for this coming month, if there is or is not a problem, tremendously appreciated. The links should be, not all of them, but the mega chat isn't there because I said more words this time. PayPal, Venmo, if you want to go through that, please do. You don't have to do it right now if you don't want it seen publicly. And I will appreciate it very much. This is not something I thought I would have to say or do. I thought I was pretty good on groceries. And I like to tell people the amount, because I don't know what it's like for you. Like, you and your groceries are not my business. I don't know how much people spend on groceries. I know how much I am allowed to spend on groceries. And normally, under normal circumstances, it would be, hold on. Yeah, it's saying the same thing it said last time. Your November SNAP deposits will arrive, but it may be delayed. This is an evolving situation. We'll keep you updated. That's the same thing you said a week ago. Jackbox Party Pack. What is that? Is that a food? Is that one of the ads? I don't know what that is. Because I don't like watching advertisements. Once again, I apologize that you have to, but every little bit, every little dollar and penny helps me out, although it is not easy to get any sort of substantial ad revenue. So, the amount I get every month for groceries is $298, which is a lot. Like, that's a lot. I'm able to buy groceries for an entire month with that much. However, you have your own grocery list and what you buy and what you make and how often you go to the groceries and all that. And I have no idea what that is. Computer games, all right. That's something. I like computer games. I don't know if I like Jack's Box Party Pack, but neat. Part of it is I want to see what Google is telling you. And part of it is like a little bit of the curiosity is like, what kind of advertisements are they sending to you? Because it's different per person, which is disturbing. But it is. They want you to buy things they know you already want, or might want, or could want. Disturbing. But there you go. I don't know what other people's grocery, what's the word? It's a thing I don't do. And it has to do with money. It's when you do things with your money, but you have a specific amount. Budgeting? Yeah, I don't know what your budget is for groceries. I know what mine is. And it does suck that it's gone from $298 to $0, possibly. And I'm not the positive guy to think, oh no, it'll happen. Sure. We'll see. It'll be interesting either way. And as I said, I already have a little bit of assistance for groceries. I should be okay for at least the first 2 weeks. Well, yes, the Oswas are tomorrow. I'm going to miss those. I'm going to be out doing other stuff. But I will watch to see the winners. You may or may not see me on the Oswas. I sent in a little congratulations clip, and like, we're doing great with Oswas. It's the first video I had record and edit in quite a while. So I hope you appreciate it. And if you see it, tell me when. I want to see how it got worked in. If not, well, I did it and I sent it. That's all I can do. Yeah, get in for the Oswas, see what happens, see who won. I'm always curious to see who it's going to be. Unfortunately, I always feel a little bad since, again, I've had a year off of alcohol. There was very little Scotch exploration at all. So a lot of the votes, I just didn't pick anything since I didn't know enough. So I didn't vote. That's my stance. I don't want to just pick some random one. Doesn't feel right. For the ones I do know something about and do like, they got my mark of approval for whatever that's worth. We're coming up to the last couple minutes, folks. I will be back here on Sunday, and we will be kicking off the official GoFundMe. And I will be sharing that everywhere, so you will see a lot of it. And you'll be seeing it for the next 3 to 4 weeks. 3 weeks? It's going to end just before the 28th. So tell friends, share it. It's on Facebook. It's not everywhere else, but I'm going to share it to everywhere I can. And that is going to hopefully bring in new people, but also it's going to be a little scary putting it out on the internet. Possibility of generous people out there, but you know, as we've seen with vertical streams, there's also a lot of other stuff out there that's kind of hard to handle. Well, let's see what else we're going to get. Boop. Duplicate. Hey, the demon. And the other thing is a duplicate. Of course it is. Let's see here. Happy Halloween, everyone. Enjoy your sweet treats, whatever they are. I'm going to have this thing. I'm going to wait a little bit so my mouth doesn't taste like Karen, but I still have to put this in a smaller bottle. There you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you out there. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.